If someone threatens his garden, even if it is his son or grandson, he will never tolerate it. Norman was young and ignorant, and with the aura of genius, he dared to confront old Sue to find a sense of existence. In everyone's eyes, this action was no different from looking for death. Holden even slapped Norman dozens of slaps, and he almost couldn't stand to faint. Grandpa Sue snorted and said, "Okay, don't beat him, let someone take him out, we continue the meeting." Holden's heart was bleeding a long time ago, but the old master didn't speak. He didn't dare to stop. Seeing that the old master finally spoke, he put his hands away and suppressed the distress in his heart, and yelled at the servant standing next to him, "Hurry up and get this unfilial son out of my face." Several people immediately stepped forward and dragged out Norman, who was vomiting blood, dizzy and tinnitus. The old master Sue cleared his throat and continued, "This cooperation with the Japanese will not only win at least 20% of the operating rights of Tokyo Port, Yokohama Port and Osaka Port, but also let them provide at least no less than for all kinds of cargo ships and oil tankers with a displacement of 3 million tons. Whoever has the most resources will have the opportunity to become one of us. Therefore, when going to Japan this time, we must take a good look at the true strengths of Ito and Takahashi. In addition, we must force the two of them to use the most resources." The eldest son Zin blurted out, "Father, don't know who you plan to let these two Japanese families cooperate with this time?" Elder Sue was silent for a moment, and then said, "Zin, you are the eldest son and grandson, and it is time for you to take the lead. This time, you will take the lead." Jufei, the eldest grandson of Sue, and the eldest son of Zin, is 28 years old this year and is the most outstanding male heir of the Sue family. Upon hearing that he was selected, Jufei immediately stood up and said firmly, "Please rest assured, I will go all out." Elder Sue nodded lightly, and his eyes fell on the beautiful and glamorous girl beside Jufei. It was also at this moment that the old master's eyes were finally not so hard. Instead, he was replaced by a somewhat pampering look. He smiled and said, "Ziyu, you will graduate from Yale soon. It's also time to go out and exercise. This time you will follow your brother, learn more, watch more, and accumulate some experience." The beautiful and glamorous girl stood up, bowed slightly. Her expression was not lukewarm, her eyes were lukewarm, her tone was neither salty nor free of salt, and said, "Okay, Grandpa, I will." When the old master announced that Jufei and Ziyu would go to Japan together, their father Zin's expression became a little proud. In his opinion, the father gave such an important matter to his sons and daughters, which is evidence that he is the eldest son and is most trusted by the father. The other heirs are full of envy and jealousy. The old master wants to train Jufei, and everyone has no opinion on this. After all, Jufei is the eldest son and grandson. If placed in ancient times, this is the standard crown prince. No matter how strong other princes are, they must bow their heads when they see the eldest son and grandson. However, let Jufei go for exercise, and also take Ziyu along with him. This is really a bit too eccentric. Under normal circumstances, if you encounter such a thing, you should let the eldest son and grandson take the lead, and then from the second, third, fourth and even fifth family, choose one or two younger generations who are agile and capable of training and let them follow the eldest son. The eldest grandson went out to meet the world together. However, he never expected that in addition to the eldest grandson in the eyes of the old master, there is only the eldest granddaughter he spoils the most. In other words, this is tantamount to the old master showing his position. Except for the eldest grandson, all the other grandsons, in his eyes, are not as good as Ziyu's female stream. This can make other families feel extremely uncomfortable. Everyone in Eastcliff knows that the Sue family is thriving. The old master had 22 brothers and a dozen sisters back then. In his line, he still has 13 grandsons and 2 granddaughters. But who could have expected that in his eyes, the eldest granddaughter Ziyu was the most favored? The reason is that the old master has always been strict in his requirements and management of the male heirs of the family, so he and his sons and grandsons have always had a black face. But the old master is also a mortal, and there is softness in his heart. He can't show the soft side to his son and grandson, so he gives the soft side to his granddaughter. In addition, Ziyu has been smart since she was a child, and she has been loved by her grandfather. In front of others, the grandfather is a demon with decisiveness, an extraordinary spirit, and an arrogant personality, but in front of his granddaughter, he is an ordinary, kind and doting younger generation lover. In fact, the degree of doting the old master has for Ziyu can be seen from the name of Ziyu. The juniors of the Su family are known for their generation. Zhufei's name is meant to know right and wrong and not to make detours. The name of each grandchild can be said to be full of the admonition and vigilance of Grandpa Su to his grandchildren. Only Ziyu. The old master gave her this name, which means the joy of knowing fish. In Zhuangzi Autumn Water, a conversation between Hizzy and Zhuangzi is recorded. Hizzy said that Zi is not a fish, and he knows the joy of fish. The old master named her Ziyu, hoping that she can be happy, simple and happy. Since she can know the joy of fish, she can naturally know the joy of man.